Okay, now I'm going to show you how to secure your Windows install since you actually have a clean install of Windows 7, or you've just bought a computer that's got a clean install of Windows 7. The first thing you're going to want to do if you just bought a new computer, most of them will come with an antivirus already installed. Uninstall it. Straight up uninstall it, because most of them are going to be either McAfee or Norton. I'm not going to go into why. Uninstall them. Now that you've got your system ready, you need to bring up Internet Explorer, and the very first step to secure the system is to not use Internet Explorer. Internet Explorer has way too many loopholes and too many things that allow stuff to just very quickly and automatically load viruses and malware directly into your system. One of the deals that it uses is called ActiveX. Those ActiveX controls allow it to just pull it straight into the system, and the reason it's capable of doing this is because Internet Explorer is so integrated into Windows that it's really not a viable option. So the very first step is always don't use Internet Explorer. The only time you want to use Internet Explorer is to download a new browser. So to do that, first we're going to go grab Google Chrome, type in the address bar for www.google.com. As soon as Google comes up, click in the text input box and type in Google Chrome and hit enter. And then you'll scroll down to where it says Google Chrome browser. Click that. Once you click that, it'll come up to the Google Chrome page. Click on download Chrome. Right here it'll say set Chrome as my default browser. Click accept and install. The user account control will come up. Just click yes. And now it'll download and then start the Google installer. At this particular point, it would be a good idea to go back to your web browser, Internet Explorer. Click up there in the address bar and type in www.firefox.com. Once you get to Firefox, you'll see a big green button right here with the Firefox logo next to it that says free download. Click on it. And then Windows will pop up to help protect your security. Internet Explorers block this site from downloading files on your computer. Click here for options. Click on that bar. Click download file. It might take it a second or two, but it'll eventually pop up the save dialog box. There it goes. So once it pops that up, just click save. Click save again. In this case, it's already on there, and we'll go ahead and click yes, so that way it'll override it. Okay, that's done. So now we just wait on Google Chrome to finish installing. Okay, as soon as Google Chrome finishes installing, it's immediately going to load Google Chrome. If you have a Gmail account, you can go ahead and log into it, and that'll allow you to actually synchronize your Google Chrome across multiple systems, and it'll also keep a save backup of all of your bookmarks. For now, let's go ahead and close that. Now we're going to click Run on the Firefox download. It'll pop up the Internet Explorer security warning. Just click Run again. And at this point, you can close Internet Explorer. You're not going to need it again. There's the user account control. Just click Yes. And then you'll see the main setup page. Click Next. We're going to just do the standard install. Click Next. Deselect use Firefox as my default browser. And the reason you want to install Firefox along with Google Chrome is so that way if one or the other messes up for some reason, you have another browser to fall back on without having to go to Internet Explorer. Let's click on install. And deselect launch Firefox now and just click finish. And the first step is done. You now have two different browsers other than Internet Explorer to be able to use. Both of these work really well. Google Chrome, I use it all the time. It works great. Now the next step is going to be going after an antivirus and firewall program. To get a software firewall that actually works better than the built-in firewall, and yes, Windows does have its own firewall built in. It helps protect the system and keep things from being able to just get into the system. It helps try to keep hackers and unwanted software stuff from being able to access the backside of your system. But the Windows firewall, it works okay. It just doesn't quite fit the bill for actually being able to seriously take care of stuff. So sadly, yes, what I am saying in short is the Windows firewall does work. It just kind of lacks in areas where some other firewalls that are specifically designed to protect the system can cover. A really good one that's free and works very well is Comodo. So if you go up here to the address bar in Google Chrome and just type in Comodo, and it's COMODO, and hit enter, you'll see right here the SSL certificate, Secure SSL from Comodo. Just go ahead and click on it. This is the Comodo website. And if you come up here to search our website, type in free suite. And the very first one right there under the free suite is the free internet security, download internet security software suite. And it says right there, free email certificate, Comodo Unite browsers, Comodo Dragon, Comodo Ice Dragon backup and online storage. Just click on the link right there. And you can see right here where it says want to protect your PC. Of course, naturally, they do offer the paid version, which works really well and adds a few extra things. But the free version works just as well for most home users. So in this case, we're going to go ahead and click free download. And it's going to start downloading Comodo Dragon. Well, the Comodo suite. The Comodo suite has finished downloading. Click on it. Then click run. There's the user account control again. Just click yes. And the language English. Click OK. You don't have to put in your email address there if you don't want to. You can, but you don't have to. It says I want to enable add security while in the internet by changing my DNS settings to Comodo Secure DNS. Make sure that's select. Make sure the cloud-based analysis is selected. And it says I want to help Comodo by setting my home page and search engine provider to Yahoo. You can leave that selected or deselect it if you want, if you choose to use a different search engine. I generally deselect it because I prefer to use Google. Click agree and install. Now it'll go through the process of installing the Comodo Dragon web browser, the Comodo Antivirus, and Comodo Firewall. And voila, we now have Comodo installed. At this point you can close your browser. And now Comodo starts. See how it says your system is at risk? Click that. says the virus signature database is not up to date. And right there now the the firewall is wanting to know what your location is. Again, you'll just select I'm at home. And right here where it says it's not up to date, click fix it. And as you can tell by that, the updated signature database is a pretty large file. There are numerous viruses out there that it's got to scan for and check for. And not only that, it actually downloads extra signatures that are specific to the firewall for detecting certain types of attacks to be able to protect your system. For time constraints, I'm going to stop this and then I'll resume after this process is finished. And it has finished installing the signatures. Now you can go ahead and click close or let the counter tick down until it closes on its own. And now it says you have not performed an initial scan, and at this point you can click fix it again, do the scan on the system, and at that particular point you'll be done and it'll go away from needs attention. As you can see, it's already decided to start a quick scan on its own and is running that in the background. Komodo will always pop up this little box right here to show you that it is running. You have little quick launch icons right there. I generally just shrink it down. And of course, you'll have it in the task tray right here. Komodo actually blocks a lot of viruses and a lot of attacks to the system. The firewall works very good for helping protect the system from people being able to try to get into the backside of it, or even malware and spyware from trying to be able to get through the backside of the system. And it does really good for protecting the entire system from even being able to get into a lot of bad websites. The next step now for securing your Windows installation is to click on Start, right click on Computer, go to Properties, and then you're going to go to Advanced System Settings, and up here at the top it comes up on Advanced. Click on the tab that says Remote, deselect Allow Remote Assistance, and if you don't use Remote Desktop, make sure it says Don't Allow Connections to this computer. Click Apply and click OK. Now there's one other program that we need to go fetch, so we're going to go back to our browser. Click up here in the address bar, type in www.iobit.com, and you're going to go to the products portion up at the top. It'll give you a drop down, and what you're looking for is one that's called iobit Malware Fighter Free. Okay, the scan is completed. No threats found. We're going to postpone the reboot. Komodo, unfortunately, after it does a complete install and everything, does require rebooting the system. But before we do that, we want to make sure we get iobit Malware Fighter on there, and that'll iobit Malware Fighter will help the system keep from getting a lot of malware and spyware. Again, if you didn't see that very well on the clicks, once I got to the main site, once I clicked on download it, it brings you to Major Geek, and then all you got to do is click on one of these two under the download location, and it'll automatically download the file for you. So now we're going to click on the IMF setup, click Run. We can now close the web browser. There's user account control. Click Yes. Close the web browser. And now click Next, Accept, and there's the deal with the toolbars. I absolutely hate toolbars. Click Decline. There's no need for the toolbar. It's going to default to C program files, iobit Malware Fighter. Just leave the default alone. Click Next. And if you want, you can deselect the add IO bit to my bookmarks, and you can also deselect create a desktop icon, as Malware Fighter will actually automatically start every time the computer does. Now it's going to pop up this deal: free download now, 100% secure, advanced system care ultimate. Just click skip, and with the launch IO bit Malware Fighter selected, click finish. Now after my IO bit Malware Fighter first starts, it's going to want to update the core file, the definition file. Just click download. That generally goes by real fast, and you are now installed and ready to go. This has the finish. Just let the timer run out, it'll go away on its own. And that will actually work to seriously secure your Windows install, your personal files, all your documents, and will keep a lot of attacks and hackers out of the backside of your system. No antivirus is absolutely 100% definite. There's absolutely no program out there that's 100% definite, as many different viruses, malware, and spyware, and different attacks are discovered and made every single day. So it's very important that your antivirus, your firewall, and your anti-malware and spyware program can stay updated on a regular basis. All these update automatically. Again, they're all free. They do all have paid versions. If you decide you want the extra options, they are a worthwhile purchase to go ahead and buy the paid version, but they're not absolutely necessary. And at this particular point, your system is going to be about as secure as you can possibly make it. So you're ready to do whatever you want to do: install programs, games, browse the internet, and you know for a fact that you can browse at least as secured as you can possibly make it. This information is out there for everybody. There are other antivirus programs out there if you want to get them that are also free to use. They're free for home use. They don't come with free firewalls. You have to purchase the full version in order to get the firewall, but they still work really well if you want to just use the Windows firewall. You can download one that's called Avast, or the other one is AVG. AVG works pretty good. It tends to be a little top heavy. Avast is not so top heavy. It works really well, and the active scan is real good. But for the most part, Komodo Suite works absolutely great. It even comes with the free firewall. So the Komodo Suite is the one that I tend to direct people more towards, because of the fact that it has the firewall. All the programs and apps and everything I show are all free. They're free for use, free for download, and they work really well. I would not recommend them if they didn't, and I recommend them because I have used them. I know how they operate. I know what they do. At this particular point, go ahead and enjoy your Windows install. And as always, like, watch, and share. And have a good day.